Stadium, where South Sydney made Manly yet another victim, and it was Souths early in the game. Here's Paul Roberts, strong running second rower, pass inside. Here's young Mark Lyons, replacement at the final minutes for Ian Roberts, and he goes in for a try, and they just keep producing talent at South Sydney, and they went right on with the job yesterday. Manly got back into the game somewhat after being down by 12 points to nil, but the Eagles having the ball stolen away by good South Sydney defence. There's young Sidaris now, and he certainly had a very strong game, tackled there by his opposite Mal Cochran, and early injury in the game to the South Sydney camp, but nothing is putting this club out of its stride. It really is a team effort at Souths, and some of their victories this year have just smacked of absolute character and team spirit. Here's Phil Blake, formerly at Manly, and losing the ball. Here's Manly's opening try. There's Michael O'Connor inside to Dale Shearer, and Rowdy pins his ears back. Look at the South Sydney defence come at him from everywhere. That was Graham Lyons coming from the clouds but couldn't get him, and Manly pulled back to 12-6 with a conversion. But South Sydney, here's Craig Coleman setting up play again to Mario Fenech, and Coleman a dummy half. Fenech running has been what South Sydney's been all about. Now here's a bit of a lucky try, and Coleman looks at what to do. No one there, kicks the ball, bounces off Shearer into the hands of the lucky Greek Sidaris, and he's in underneath the post, and he isn't half happy about that, and would have celebrated on the Uzo last night. And the Daly Wilson big band to be in his head this morning if it's anything like the Uzo that I've tasted, and certainly he is a fine young prospect, formerly of Belmore High School, coached by Warren Ryan. Here's a good try by Cruikshank. Bad defence by Manly. Look at Shearer missing his man, and then it's left to young Hancock to try and bring him down, but not to be. And this South Sydney side certainly gearing up for a huge game in Bathurst on Wednesday against the Brisbane Broncos. Here's Mark Ellison from right out on the sideline, right between the uprights, rubbing salt into the wound, and Manly a very well beaten side. Here's Souths keeping it alive now, and Longbottom bursts into a gap. Look at this. No defence at home at Manly, and they really have hoisted the flag over there in God's country. And certainly this afternoon, their coach Alan Thompson was fronted. Well, he had to front the chief executive Doug Daly for a few explanations, and not a happy camp down there at Brookvale at the moment. Manly used to being in the semi-finals. They consider it is their right. Well, it's certainly not their right this year. They are going awfully. Suggestions that the coach is changing, and up to 15 players will be given the bullet. This young fellow, why he wasn't in the side from the start, I don't know. Young Tuvey, he got the ball out to Sean Townsend, and Townsend showed plenty of toe and spirit to get to the line just in front of Graham Lyons, but the game was gone. South Sydney, though, weren't done with yet. Look at this for a football try. Mario Fenech to Coleman, little tugger goes through, stands, gives the ball out, chopped up in the air by Maven, gets the ball out, then it goes out along to Ellison, on to Blake again, he gets up again, goes again, and looks for support. There it is coming through in Graham Lyons, and a kid from La Perouse, smack in the heart of South Sydney territory, goes in and scores the try. Brilliant stuff by